When we're launching an organizational change that will impact a number of people, one of the important determinations or assessments is where do people sit with respect to the change. There are some who are family. They've been involved with the design and definition of the change. They've helped architect it. They know what the impact is. They really know what the positive power of it is going to be. At the other end, as soon as we announce the change, we'll start to see some people, or even before the announcing of the change, we'll see some people at the other end of the spectrum who are the fighters. They are really against the change. It's not that they resist change, they just do not want to, they see no reason to proceed with this particular change, and they actively will oppose it. There are some other groups. There are the friends. Those that are at that positive end of the scale, and they'll be supportive, they won't necessarily actively lead it. There will be a similar group at the other end, being the foes. They don't want to see the change either. And then right in the middle, we have the fence sitters. And that group, while they're small in this scale, and when we consider how many people we're going to have in each of those groupings, it goes something like this. 5, 15, come the other way, 5, 15, 60. All right, so considering that, how do we deal with those people? Well, clearly we want to leverage the family. They're the ones who are going to be leveraging the change. So if you're the change leader, making sure that the family are in positions to lead parts of the change, and engaging the friends perhaps to become family, and the friends to move the fence sitters into the family role. At the other end of the spectrum, we have the fighters. Now, what do we do with them? Well, the first thing is engage them, because the fighters may have some good solid rationale and logic as to why the change won't work. We need to understand that view, that perspective, and be able to deal with it and make sure that the change accommodates that particular challenge. It could be a perfectly legitimate challenge, and therefore needs to be addressed. The longer, though, we get the fighters just fighting it because they want to, then we need to isolate them. And once again, concentrate on the foes to move up the scale. One of the additional ones that a colleague of mine has introduced is the foxes. And we never know where they are in the continuum, because they will never quite know what they're thinking. And they could sabotage something just as easily as one of these folks there. Message: in a change, understand where the people are and develop strategies to work with each of at least the 5 groups.